Aloha, good morning Friday. Trust everyone's having had a wonderful week. And this is Caron Davis of Caron Realty International. And welcome back, Carolyn. We had you a few weeks ago, and there's so much to talk about with mortgages these days. And today we'll be talking about the land and construction loans. As we know, Carolyn's a Vice President, Executive Residential Loan Officer with American Savings, and she's won numerous awards and is a very seasoned mortgage broker. How long have you been doing it now for, Carolyn?
Oh gosh, probably close to 30. I don't want to even say. I'm like, oh, I'm hiding the grays.
I'm in denial. I know. I never thought I'd be in this business as long. And today I was just out at a home inspection. I was working with a plumber and a pool man that both had been in the business 35 years. So, I mean, there's a lot of 30-plus year veterans in our business still. But, a couple of things before our topic today, of course, is land and construction loans. But, last week I saw come across my desk, and we discussed it last time we talked, interest rates going down. And, I noticed jumbo mortgages, which is over, what amount is that now, Carolyn? The jumbo
that
mortgage?
Is 970,800.
Wow. And that is the same rate as a conforming loan, I notice.
Yes. So we have a special now to the end of the month. Where we are giving our jumbo rates offering to our conforming rates and loans, I should say. And so that's at least 0.5% lower. 0.5% equals a lot in a mortgage amount.
Oh, absolutely, especially on jumbo mortgage amounts and everything. But that's it. So if anyone's looking for a good jumbo rate, please reach out to Carolyn. They're amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a jumbo. It can be any amount. That we are giving this special rate is, and that's about 4.5% right now.
Nice. And anyway, let's talk about land and construction loans. I saw a great vacant lot in Portlock just last week, and I thought, wow, great locks. But how are you seeing people? Are you seeing many people buy vacant lots right now?
Yeah, a lot of people buy vacant lots, a lot more on the other islands because there's more available. But we do have a vacant lot program. So normally up to the 970,800, which is a conforming loan amount, we are requiring 25% down. We can do land loans up to 1.5, and that's with a little bit more down, 35% down. But and anything above that, we can still try to work it out with your clients. So how it works is our land loans are a 3-year balloon payment. So meaning the loan is good for 3 years, and that's to give, hopefully people will build within those 3 years, and it's interest only payment. So it's, affordable payments while they're, working on their plans and their construction, working with a contractor, give them time for that. And just to give an idea, you're going to think that the rates are kind of ugly, but it's at 7%, but it is vacant land, and it's only a temporary interest rate. Sure. Just while you're getting your plans together and your contract together.
So once you get, you bought a vacant lot and you have your plans, you're working with your architect, and you're ready to go into construction. So what's the next process?
Yes. So then the next step would be to apply for a construction loan. So for that, we need the plans, we need a construction contract, and then we need the plans, construction contract, and of course your contractor has to be bonded. And then so we take all of that, and then it would the construction loan would pay off your existing land loan. And so construction loan also is interest only, and so normally you pay interest on the first, would be upon disbursement. So a construction loan usually has about 5 disbursements. So the first one, of course, would be paying off your land. So you would start paying interest on that balance. And then the materials get dropped. And then so we would disperse monies for that. So your interest payment goes up as your land loan amount increases. So it's going to be after materials, and maybe the walls go up, and that's another disbursement. So each time your interest payment goes up until everything has been finally dispersed. And then now you're so the interest rate on the land loan or the construction loan is on at the beginning when you first get your construction loan out. And construction loans rate right now is about 6%. But after your house is built, then you have 30 days to modify that interest rate by paying 1% of your outstanding balance. So, at that time, you're not going to get a construction loan rate anymore. You're going to go with whatever the conforming loan amount rate is at that time. And then that will be your rate for the entire 30 years.
So really that 6% construction loan, you're only paying it on the amount that you've withdrawn for the different
yes,
cash needed at certain times, to get
right. Yeah.
And then when
Yes.
when you fully depleted those funds, you need to redo the loan into a regular conventional mortgage.
So you don't have to, it's not a refinance. It will roll automatically into a regular conforming loan. And at that time, you can look at what the rates are going and then modify it at that time. So you pay 1% of your outstanding balance. So it's like paying a point, and then you can get the lower interest rate.
Okay. And then how about, do you have to, pre-qualify? You don't have to qualify again for the mortgage to the construction loan, or you qualified from day one, from the land loan or construction loan?
Right. So from the time you purchase your land at that time, then I would qualify you or your client for the construction, because you don't want to buy the land and then you really don't qualify to build anything on it. Then, it's kind of, it doesn't make sense. So so we would qualify them with so we, kind of estimate what the cost will be and then qualify them for the land and the construction.
So, these days constructions has gone up, of course. You're saying with the land loan, you need 35%. So once you add the construction loan, do you need more cash down as a percentage of that loan amount?
Right. So what we do is we're going to do an appraisal based on your finished product. So when you come in for a construction loan, we're going to take the land value plus, or actually we would look at the market value of in that area, what a completed brand new house would be. And that's the value that we're going to use. So hopefully the value is high enough where you don't have to bring in any more cash. So it just depends on what the appraisal is and what your construction cost is.
Great. Well, say if you bought this lot for $2 million in construction, say if your total package was $5 million, right? The appraisal.
Right.
What percentage of cash would you need to have in the bank?
So that $5 million, the value has to be 80% of that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it.
Right. So if the house appraises at $8 million, then you probably don't have to bring in cash.
Okay.
So if it comes in any lower, then you would have to make the difference in cash.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So any words of advice or wisdom you can give someone who's thinking, because a lot of times people cannot find homes right now, and some people are going to vacant lots, and of course, so many of our areas of homes are older homes in the East Oahu area, and maybe the home has to actually, it's sad, but maybe it's had its day and it needs, the lot needs to be used for another home altogether. Right.
And so you can use, so if your client wants to buy like a tear down, and a tear down means that, there are safety issues, you can't live in them, then you can actually use a land loan to purchase that. Okay. So purchase a tear down home as a land loan, although it's a higher interest rate. Again, it's temporary because you're going to fix up the house. Once you fix it up, then you can come back to refinance it into a regular mortgage.
Now, I know years ago, I used to help some people with remodeling loans when they bought a home and they would need to do some home improvements. Are you doing any of those loans right now? Not so much a land loan, but where they need money to, do some improvements when they move in.
Right. Yeah. So there are like rehab loans, and I think they're still available. I haven't done one for a while, but I believe they're still available where you can finance in the cost of the repair. Of course, the interest rate will be higher than a conventional loan, but it gives you the means to go ahead and fix up your house and purchase it.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you for that today. I mean, you very logically put everything together for us. And, I think a lot of time fear from consumers out there is because they don't know what to do. But when people are educated and given options, I really believe it helps a buyer's decision process a lot clearer for them.
Yeah. So the land loan that's one way to go and build your dream home the way you want it to look like. And feasible for your family.
And I'm finding right now there's so many buyers in the marketplace. Are you finding the market's got busier in the last few weeks than say a month ago?
It seems to be, yeah. And still a lot of multiple offers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. No,
So I know people are saying, yeah, you hear on the news that the market is flipping the other way, to a buyer's market, but I don't know. I don't see that. Do you see that yet?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. I see prices being more, I wouldn't say leveling. I would just say more conservative. People aren't, really adding where we're not in a market that's going up, but certainly there is some homes that are still going up because of a shortage of homes. And there's still a huge demand of buyers with certain areas on the island. So it's very interesting. But thank you for being with us today. And like always,
you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Oh, no. And we share Marianne's photos just to finish off our morning episode. And today she has put the topic is nature's pools. And, it's the first one here is a beach pool created by high tide in Ala Moana Beach Park. And, of course, somebody a flamingo playing in the water, a pool. And this is one of nature's most beautiful large pools is Waimanalo Beach. Stunning. Sometimes I don't know about you, Carolyn, but when you take a drive around the island, we live in a magical place. We really do.
It's
just amazing.
We really do, yeah.
And of course, Paradise Cove out there near the Waianae coast, a pool, and water lilies often associated with pools and ponds. Gorgeous, theme today. But thank you for being with us, and have a wonderful weekend. And we'll catch up.
You too. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Take care now.
Okay, you too. Bye bye.